Right away, you can tell this room is designed for longer stays. You got a full-size refrigerator, microwave, dishwasher, plenty of dishes and silverware. One thing you'll notice pretty quickly is the lighting. There are switches everywhere. It feels like every section of this room has its own light, so it may take a few minutes to figure out which switch controls what, but once you do, the room is incredibly bright. The room itself is spacious with a layout that separates the sleeping area from the kitchen, making it feel much larger than your average hotel room.
Welcome here to our apartment at Home2 Suites by Hilton in St. Louis. We are in downtown. Let me show you around. The refrigerator works great. You get hot water from this particular spigot. That's important. Make sure you pay attention to that. Come with me. They do have this nice little closet area where you can hang your stuff. They have this nice working desk. In fact, Michael used this while we were here this week. The TV works well as long as the internet's working. Unfortunately, while we were here, the city cut the internet line. Oops. That was not their fault. But then you have this other nice working area if you would like to come and sit down and have an additional space. They have a beautiful view of the church back behind us. You can see it out this window because this window doesn't go up or down anymore. I don't know what happened.
That broke.
Whoopsie doodles. So here we have the bed. The bed actually sleeps really nice. And to be honest with you, their pillows were pretty good. Not gonna say that we needed our additional pillows, but we have them because I said that we needed them before we left. Plenty of lighting in here. If you want to be separated from everybody else, you certainly could. However, you can still hear them. Then you have this couch. Michael used this a few times to just come and sit and lounge. Come with me, let me show you more. The thermostat's right there, which is good because you can control the temperature of the room. The bathroom is aesthetically beautiful. The shower, there's no hot water. Did I mention that?
Or water pressure.
There's no water pressure, there's no hot water. So I have bird bathed a few times. This sink has hot water though. So you do have the option if you want to use the kitchen sink or the bathroom sink to wash your things and have hot water. That being said, Michael's gonna take it downstairs.
Downstairs, you'll find the complimentary breakfast with all the usual favorites like waffles, bacon, eggs, cereal, fresh fruit, coffee, and plenty of different creamers to choose from. There's also a pool table if you want to relax before heading out to explore the city. One detail we thought was pretty neat is the vintage looking elevators. They have an old school design that fits surprisingly well with the feel of downtown St. Louis. And also, little pro tip over here on the side, this is for the service people that work here. If you use this, it'll bring it directly down to you wherever you're located. One of the biggest advantages of staying here is just how walkable everything is. Rather than guessing how long it takes to get around downtown St. Louis, we timed every walk ourselves. Starting right here in front of the entrance of Home2 Suites. The American Center complex is just 5 minutes and 58 seconds away on foot. If you're looking for one of our favorite burger spots in the city, Hi-Pointe Drive-In is only 7 minutes and 26 seconds away. The National Blues Museum is an 8-minute and 2-second walk, while Snarf's comes in at 8 minutes and 36 seconds. If you're craving barbecue, Sugar Fire Smokehouse is just 9 minutes from the hotel, and the metro station is only 9 minutes and 36 seconds away, making it easy to get around the city without moving your vehicle. BLT's is a 10-minute and 34-second walk, and if you're heading over to one of St. Louis's most popular attractions, Union Station is only 12 minutes and 28 seconds from the front door, making this a great location if you'd rather leave the car parked. Once you reach Union Station, you'll quickly realize there's a lot more than just the historic train station. Stepping inside, you're greeted by the Grand Hall with its massive vaulted ceilings and beautiful architect that immediately reminds you of the building's railroad history. It's one of those places where you can't help but stop for a minute and look around. Outside, you'll find a peaceful pond surrounded by restaurants, shops, and walking paths. You can even buy food to feed the koi fish, making it a fun stop whether you're traveling with kids or just taking your time exploring. As the sun started setting, the entire area was glowing in that warm golden hour light, making it one of our favorite places to walk in downtown St. Louis. As we continued around the property, we checked out the historic train cars that are permanently on display before making our way toward the entertainment area. Here you'll find the giant Ferris wheel offering views over downtown, a beautiful restored carousel that gives the area a classic amusement park feel, and several food vendors where you can grab a quick bite without ever leaving Union Station. As we continued around the property, we came across a colorful garden area filled with flowers and LED lights. There were also artists set up drawing caricatures of visitors, and we stopped for a moment to watch a father and daughter having theirs done. If you're looking for a full meal instead, the Train Shed restaurant sits right in the middle of everything. With both indoor and outdoor seating overlooking the property, it's a convenient place to stop and eat while taking a break from exploring. Next up was the St. Louis Aquarium. Unfortunately, we arrived just after it had closed for the evening, so we'll have to save that experience for another trip. Even if you don't make it inside the aquarium, the gift shop is located just across from the entrance, giving you a chance to browse souvenirs and aquarium-themed merchandise before continuing your visit. Looking up, you'll also notice the elevated ropes course stretching across the property. It's fun just watching people make their way through the obstacles high above the ground, and if you're looking for something a little more adventurous, it's another attraction you can add to your day. Before heading back, we stopped at the upper overlook for one last view across the pond before making our way beneath the train crossing and wrapping up our visit to Union Station. Having all these restaurants, attractions, and public transportation within walking distance was one of our favorite things about staying at Home2 Suites. It made exploring downtown St. Louis incredibly easy.
But if we're gonna go eat burgers, I want to eat the alien burgers.